I just did a video, but I want to redo it because I don't think I did it right. Hold on. Um, it's about society and how society's social norms um, reflect on the people who are creative and different. See, I'm gonna call them followers. Some people call them robots, but I thought that wasn't the right thing, so I'm gonna just call them followers. And I'm going to keep the other word. Dreamers and followers. Followers are the people that are told by their parents, you're going to fall in love, you're going to get married, you're going to go to school, you're going to get a job, and you're going to have kids, and you're going to die. And you won't be remembered. That's your life. You're going to get a house. That's your life. So the dreamers think outside of the box. They don't do everything that everyone else does. They do different things in public. They do things that are against the social norm. They won't be afraid to say something. Unlike the followers who will follow everything and do what everyone else is doing. And when you bring up something, especially with politics, this does happen. When you are around a bunch of followers and you are a dreamer, you know a lot more than the followers do, because the followers are usually oblivious to everything that's going on in the world. They just want to party, socialize, drink, and watch TV, play video games, or have fun. Pretty much just have fun and party. Now, the dreamers actually have dreams. They have plans in their lives that are not the same as the followers. They do different things that aren't the same. They buy land, they inspire people, they create things that no one else has created. They think outside of the box. They're smart. They aren't followers. Followers are not smart people. All they know is what other people say. If you're ever in a group, usually you can refer to them as introverts. If you're ever in a group of all followers and you're the only create, did I say creative or I say imaginative? I'm tired. If you're in a group of only followers and you bring up something, anything, they are likely to disagree with it. And then one of them will probably look it up on Google to verify what you said is correct, instead of just taking your word for it, because they won't believe you. Or they just won't believe you at all because it's different from what they've heard in their lives, and they won't take it to heart. They'll just listen to it. There have been a lot of creative people, and usually the creative people are the ones who die with pride and are remembered. The followers die and are never remembered. I'm going to say George Bush was a creative person, and the reason I'm going to say that is because he was remembered for all the bad shit he did. He did a lot of shady shit, but it made him remembered. He got remembered for all the bad things he did. Albert Einstein was remembered because he was a scientist and he made the nuclear bomb that blew up Japan, which is kind of bad, but he was brilliant and he was different. And Harvey Milk stood up for gay rights. He didn't go with what all these people were saying, all the followers were saying. He didn't agree with them. He had his own opinion. So he stood up for what he believed in. Martin Luther King is probably one of the biggest people I look up to because he stood up for black rights and he was assassinated. Anyone who thinks outside of the box and makes it public and stands up for other people's rights usually gets assassinated. Always. They always get assassinated. Abraham Lincoln got assassinated. He stood up for black people. If you do good, if you do bad, you're more likely to survive. If you do good, you're more likely to be assassinated. It's a fact. Look back at all the inspirational, great people. They've all been assassinated. What does that tell you? It tells you that the followers don't want the creative people. They don't want change. They want everything to stay the same, to stay the way it is. They don't want any kind of change because America is a place full of conservatives. They don't want anything to change. I was going to bring up something else, but that's getting off topic. I will say it. Human rights activists drive me fucking crazy. And if you don't know what a human rights activist is, it's a person who pretty much generalizes anything they can to make them sound like the good person and to make you sound like the bad person. You will say, "Oh, that's a nice dress. Where'd you get that dress? It looks good on you." And then they'll say, "Are you looking at my ass? Are you a sex offender? I don't take that from men." That will happen. Because she will be a feminist and she will be a human rights activist, which means she stands up for the rights of women. Now here's another human rights thing. Someone will take a mentally challenged person to the prom in a Facebook post. One person in the comments will say, "I don't think this is right. Mentally challenged people are just as capable as normal people." But you know what? You saying that is actually insulting the mentally challenged person because you're saying normal people. That actually happened. People like that, they only do that for attention. They only do it for attention. If they didn't want attention, they wouldn't do it. So I consider those people followers because there's a whole mess of them. There's a whole mess of them, and there's nothing creative or good about them. They're just people who want more attention. They're not creative, they're not interesting, they're not friendly. They're just sociopathic narcissists that want attention. See, you learned something. Now you know what a human rights activist is. It's a narcissist that wants attention. Okay, that's going to be the end of this video. Good night.